Yeah.
All right, and we are live. Welcome. We're just all imitating Mario. Um, yeah.
For
Welcome
some reason.
to yeah, for whatever fucking reason, who knows.
We're all
I
doing it
started
better
it
than
to be
Chris
fair.
Pratt.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, Brutus Salad,
Shots
welcome
fired.
in. All right, let's do some introductions, gang. We'll start with Yampa on the left.
Uh, Hello again. I'm Yampa, playing the great Saroon, and happy to be back.
Awesome. Wergar.
Hey guys, Wergar here, playing Sarkalis. Glad to be back and playing Pendragon.
Glad to have you back, man. Okay, we will go to Drax next.
Yeah, Drax playing Sir Rain, and curious to see what the new year is going to bring for us.
Awesome. And Bert.
I am Bert. I will be playing the. Well, I'll be playing the Sir Cormac, who recently just apparently got betrothed to someone. Honestly, I don't know what's going on anymore.
Me neither, man. Me neither. All right.
You're welcome, by the way.
Yeah.
All Rune's fault.
He's like, and on purpose. All right.
I'm
Over to Trent.
Trent. Yeah, hey, I'm playing Segudia, and I've been betrothed heaps of times. Doesn't matter. Don't worry about it. Just ignore
Never
it,
turns
it
into
goes away.
anything if you keep breaking them. Come on. All right, and then we'll go over to Cyberbro.
Hey, how's it going? I'm Cyberbro, playing Sir Lucius Julius Juliana. He defeated Ithil in an arm wrestling competition. The strongest knight on the Swords Nanteleod. Clearly,
Fuck, forgot about
you
that.
know,
Damn it.
you guys saw
So
the crit. You saw the crit. Happy to be here.
All right, welcome in. You sound, for whatever reason, Cyberbro, you sound a little tinny there, like maybe your mic was
A little muffled.
muffled. That's the word.
Okay, how about now?
Oh,
Yeah.
yep,
Better.
that did it. Yeah.
Be
Okay.
careful. That's my apparent father-in-law. How did that happen? Like the man raised me, and now he's what?
Right. One sec. I'm just gonna
What
add
is
something
the Roy
here.
about?
I realized
The way he
that
held out for so long, and then just effortlessly beat him. It was like magical of my friend.
magically delicious.
All skill. All skill.
Okay,
Force
and
it
I'm
once. Have you seen Sir Lucius?
He's the most skillful arm wrestler.
We'll get into the
ever.
role play soon, boys. No. Yeah, I'm Bob. I run this game. This is Pendragon 5.2, set in Escavalon. Not Logres. So, if you're watching and you're confused, Brutus, don't worry about it. Get the general idea. This is just stuff happening elsewhere in the same world. Okay, so let's start with you guys. All right. I don't even know where I want to start tonight. It's a good question. Where to start? Okay, so we're moving into the new year. Why don't we start with you guys just giving like anyone who's watching a high level update about what your winters went like. We'll go in reverse order. So we're gonna start with you, Cyberbro. What was the winter like for Sir Lucius Julianus?
So the Julianus family welcomed a new child into it. Lucius's brother Julius had a child, so we're happy to have young Titus Julius Julianus inside of the Julianus family. Beyond that, I think Lucius has just been working on his oratory skill, reading up on his Latin, just kind of getting to a comfortable place so he can never be embarrassed by his lack of skill again.
That's fair. Okay, we'll go to Trent. Trent, tell us about Sir Gwydier's winter.
Yeah, it's coming along. He turns out actually, because we're all related, he's had several family updates last year. It turns out his sister, there were rumors of her being a lesbian. Turns out she's bisexual, so good for her. Apparently,
So,
my
rumors
mum.
averted.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that counts, right? Apparently, my mum has remarried, which is cool. Congratulations. And yeah, I got some skills up. I got a bit more damage. I can swim a bit better now. It's pretty cool.
Hey, that's something.
Yeah.
Well done, well done. All right. We go to
Yep.
Bert next, then.
Well, first off, his pagan sister actually got married. So now the 3 kids she has out of wedlock have a father.
Good times. It's like,
Then he met his bastard half brother from over in the from the Saxon coast, who came up asking if there was any lovely ladies to marry around here. That's just a little too suspicious for Cormac. So he's like, yeah, probably not. Since then, Ithel's daughter, Nia went and got encouraged by Nanteleod to find a suitor, and apparently I was the one who was chosen.
fair enough.
That was like right after I got back from being crazy. Because
True.
things went bad, then God threw a mountain on me and I brushed it off like it was a pebble.
You killed your horse.
Okay.
Man,
No.
you really
God
skew
killed my
these things
horse.
sometimes. Yeah.
By throwing a mountain at me. And then I brushed it off like it was nothing.
You mean you fell really
Yeah.
far, is what I remember.
Yeah.
I mean, were you there? I was there.
In spirit.
And a mountain fell upon me.
Bobby's everywhere.
Yeah, it's true. I play all the gods in this game right now.
Yes.
Horse
Um,
God.
Horse god. Yep.
I've been meaning to ask you about that. As God, why do you hate Cormac so much?
Right. Dude, I don't know. I defer that to the dice, and they just really hate him. I don't know
Yeah.
what to say. I wish I had a good answer, honestly. I feel, out of all the things I feel guilty for, it's probably that one the most.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for his double madness at some point. I feel like that's a thing. It's like first time ever. Okay.
I'll go mad, and in my madness, go mad.
All right.
But,
We will continue down the trail to Drax. Tell us about your winter phase, Lorraine.
Pretty quiet overall for his family. Nothing of note from what I can tell. Rain himself has been training his skills up and has become more accomplished with the sword. He seems to have regained some of his stature that he lost from the wound that he took to the rustic spearman last year, though he still cannot fully stand up straight. It's likely a permanent issue for him. And his courting to Lady Illyri, Sir Justin's sister, has come to fruition, and they are either married or to be married. So,
Nice.
yeah, the Hunchback Knight. The Hunchback's
There
a
we go.
great mech too, by the way.
True. That part's true. All right, we'll go over to Wergar next.
Alright, so Sir Colos's family there were rumors going around about one of his brothers having an incestuous relations with their sister, Adalbeth, and there is a child now. Now, I think these are rumors. However, the rumors are true. However, I don't know how many people know that, except outside of the family.
Right. We're
But
over here
besides
playing,
that,
yeah, we're over here playing Pendragon. Collis over there playing Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I shouldn't say that. I mean, let's say like Pendragon is the OG incestuous storyline, to be fair. So,
That's a really good point.
yeah. They did it before it was cool.
Mm.
Sorry,
Sir Collis
continue.
has been training a lot more, and his strength, he's now a bit stronger. He can deal just a tad bit more damage. Other than that, actually, I did have a question on what did you want me to roll for my lands? Because we were talking about it during the winter phase, and I sent you a little note, but I don't know exactly what I should be rolling for that.
For your lands, I'll get together. So, maybe we won't worry too much about it during session. But there's some extra stuff that happens, so you'll want to. You know what? Actually, roll me a d6. We can do one of them right now. Oh boy, calamity.
Oh shit!
Give me
Your lands are gone.
Give me a D100.
So that's where all my salt went.
Oh wow. Okay.
It's like you didn't happen to lay all that salt over in Sir Collis's lands, did you? Did you?
Jealous.
Yeah. Okay, so bad luck is what this runs down to. 95. Thieves steal the produce from 1d3. Roll a d3 for me.
3.
Ouch.
Okay, so they steal the produce from 3 of your manor investments. Okay, so basically it adds some fate, which isn't ideal, and then we're gonna see what the weather's like over here. Not great. So 18 plus 3, 21. We're gonna do one other thing real quick. We're kind of doing this rapid fire. We get to see our very first Justice over here. We've seen Justin a lot, but we haven't seen Justice.
I don't want to see Justin anymore.
Oh, you're gonna see him a lot more now, Rune.
Done with that.
Screw that. Give me 1 sec. I don't have it. Hold on. Transmorgify. Pendragon, Salisbury, Anarchy. And Justice. Okay. Now let's see if that was all I needed. Yep. Okay. So, in your lands this year, there is a ordinary, flirtatious, and attractive widow, a disheartened local priest involving a killing, with an illicit love affair involved, and it seems to have something to do with one of their mothers.
Okay.
Yeah. So, this is simply to note that the ordinary, flirtatious, attractive widow is who you're going to be competing against in this note. So...
Don't give Corliss an attractive widow.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's like, surely you're not wrong.
He's not going to be competing with her, okay?
Full arbitrary right now.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. I rolled a 1. So, she failed. Now let's see, Collis. I need you to test your just skill or trait.
Just. There it is.
Oh, you failed too. So failure and failure on this chart. You can see failure and failure is normal. So you will live normally this year.
Fucked out.
So normal means effectively, or sorry. I'm so sorry. I got your hopes up. That is not what we're doing yet. All the normal means, I'm way ahead of myself, trying to move through this quickly. All that means is on a tie, failure is 0. So, and
They
then
don't love you or hate you any more than they did beforehand.
yeah,
All right,
yeah,
that's good.
nothing special. So now you're gonna make a test concerned commoners. So you're gonna do you have concerned commoners as a passion on your sheet?
Yes, concerned my commoners.
Yeah, go ahead and give that a test. All right, you failed. So nothing.
Hates them.
Oh,
He doesn't care. I told you.
He really doesn't care.
It doesn't reduce your misfortune. It doesn't increase your misfortune. So now, who is your steward, Collis? Have we figured that out yet?
I don't think we did.
Okay. Do you have a wife?
No.
Oh,
What is
jeez.
what is your stewardship score?
0.
A solid 0.
You know a guy.
I do know a guy.
Would you like to hire an impromptu best effort squire or steward? I mean,
I will have to.
okay. Here's what we're gonna do. So it's gonna cost you a librum off your sheet to hire him.
All right.
And that will be once per year. His skill is gonna be random, but it's gonna be 14 or above. So
Nah, it's better than mine.
At least it'll be better than some people.
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah, Gwydir's got a point. If he didn't do the justice thing, she's probably got a kid now.
Oh God!
Nice.
You
You
are
just
good
got the
one.
best steward up.
Damn.
You coin tossed a 2 multiple times. So
Yeah.
that was 5 2s rather than 1. So
Yeah.
I did exploding 2 basically. So it's like if you rolled heads each time on a coin, flip heads on a coin, it would keep flipping.
What
And
an
I did
outlier.
12, so it was 12 plus. Yeah, it was significant. 1 sec, my cat is trying to duck me. What do want?
You walked into the most competent steward on the entire island.
Yeah, you just fumbled your way into an excellent.
And he
steward.
just found him in a bar getting plastered.
Probably is. He might be the best steward in the land.
He's exalted at it. Let's see who this guy is.
Yeah. Griffin.
Yeah, you know what? We're assuming it's a dude. Let's find out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a dude. Griffin, the modest, arbitrary. Don't put him in
He's
charge
super
of you,
loyal.
but loyal.
Yeah.
And
Hey, he's pretty good with a dagger too.
pretty good with
so
a dagger. Yeah.
He might
He's probably
shank you.
He's probably a former, he's probably an esquire. Like he didn't make.
Right.
He aged out. Like he made it through
Right.
squiring, but he never got knighted. So, Griffin now, you're gonna add Griffin to your sheet as your steward, with a 23 skill in stewardship, and you're gonna roll it against your misfortune, which is a 21 this year. So, not ideal situations. Weather was bad, and the dude stole the shit off your land, which adds a +3. So,
All right. Where do I add the steward at? Into entourage?
I think you can add them in entourage. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people will have the steward be their wife because it doesn't cost them a librum every year. But you're not in said situation right now, and you can always fire him later, or have him axe, whatever you want to do.
If you are not going to use him, please forward his resume.
And then you wanted me to roll what again?
So mark his stewardship as a 23, and then roll it.
3.
Nice.
Oh, a tie.
Yeah. Tie, double
but-
crits, really?
But what is your total?
Uh,
He got an 18 on the dice, so his total is also a 21.
Yeah.
21. So a pure tie as they go down. So They both fall out of critical. They both fall to success. So stewardship, success, and win normal, lose poor. You know what? Let's do a roll off. So re-roll.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Ooh.
You have a tough year despite that, but it could have been much worse. So you could have, if you didn't have a good steward, that could have been a crit versus a success, which could have put you into really disaster, like impoverished stuff. So, yeah, that's it's a tough situation, but your steward did a good job. Just not
Alright,
good
that's good.
enough.
Right.
Hey, you're only poor this year.
Yeah. So poor is bad for horses. It's bad for childbirth. Neither things you're super worried about. You just yeah. You can, if you really are like, if you're too proud to be poor, you can put 4 librum against it, and like if you spend 4 librum, you can up yourself to normal, live normally. For 4 extra librum, you can live richly, and for 4 extra librum on top of that, you can live extravagantly.
Oh, okay.
So 4, 8, 12 is kind of how that goes. Or you can stay at 0, and so 0 is poor. This year, 4 would be normal, 8 would be rich. 12 would be...
Sir Carlos will put down 4 Libra and just live normally.
Okay, perfect.
Rich guy.
Okay.
Yeah, I do have quite a bit of money.
I know that was a bit of an aside, but we'll probably get to that point in the future. Anything else from you, Carlos, before we move on?
Nope, that was everything.
Awesome. All right, we'll go to Yampa next.
Sarun has had a sad winter. His bastard son that he had so many feasts to go is dead, so he doesn't have to worry about that anymore. And his 2 daughters are sick.
Oh no.
Yeah. So
Tough
he's a little
year.
bit anxious. And I guess throughout all of that, he went a little bit deeper into religion, following Cormac's steps, and now he's a religious knight. There's also news of his aunt Madeline being cursed.
I would like to point out, mostly just to troll Cormac, that Cormac is not, in fact, a religious knight.
That's true.
I'm working on it.
It's good. Keep him accountable.
God hates him. Not my fault.
He chose the wrong one.
Everybody's a religious knight but me.
True. I think I'm 1 point off being a religious pagan knight.
That'd be so cool.
I'm more religious than Cormac.
All right. So let's talk about the last year here. So I might have to take a very, very, very short break in a second. Just my cat's going nuts out there. No one's in the house but me, so that's probably why. So we're gonna go over and take a look at the realm because things are changing.
How dare things change?
Ooh, look at that.
I'm afraid.
That looks beautiful right there.
Okay, so you'll note first off that Escavalon is one giant green blob that involves estragales. Again,
Cool.
Shout out to Brown who made these awesome maps. On top of that, Cornwall was slowed for the first time in their expansion, their conquest. The city of Doncaster managed to withhold against the siege from Cornwall, and Cornwall issued a retreat. It's one of those things where it's like more of a slowing them down than stopping them. Cornwall's a giant war machine at this point, and they have a lot of momentum. On top of that, there is rumors of war between Saxons for the first time. some skirmishes between Sussex and Kent. So South
Infighting?
Saxon and Kent. Yep. Well, not so much infighting as different Saxon groups fighting amongst each other. So,
Okay.
bad news up north, or well, not up north. Bad news on the Saxon shore. The recently liberated Caerwent has seen a new set of Saxons arriving from Anglia, who are calling themselves the Angles.
They're not gonna have any success, I don't think.
No,
Yeah.
never.
Not at all.
No,
Yeah.
not at all.
Anglos and Saxons are
names
really
themselves an
short-lived
Angle?
here. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
um,
right.
Yeah.
What's this place going to be called if they win? The England?
Yeah.
Stupid name.
Yeah, gross.
So, just to give you the timeline on this one, this was once part of Essex when Essex rolled in and conquered these. Then the northern Britons, the Cymric, rallied together and actually rebelled and fought off and re-liberated that, and now it's conquered again by a different group of Saxons. Seems like there's no end to the Saxons. On top of that, you guys are aware, as the announcements were, that the 3 Cadlews are starting to position themselves in a way where they're threatening Norgales, the small kingdom of King Pellinor. There has been a challenge issued by Nanteleod himself. He will be marching north against the 3 Cadlews.
Gosh,
Nice.
Yes.
that's us, boys.
Indeed. Yeah,
Where's
too
the
many
manners?
Cadlews. 3 too many to be specific.
Exactly. Yeah.
Are the 3 Cadlews allied with anybody?
The 3 Cadlews are not technically allied with anybody. They are mountain chieftains. They have a long history, though. They can trace their history back to great Welsh war heroes or Gales war heroes. So, as far as you're aware, there's no direct alliances or anyone else being pulled into the fight. But they've been threatening this area. Norgales used to be larger about 10 years ago.
Yeah.
In fact, Norgales,
Okay.
before Pellinor fucked off, was quite the lofty place. A lot of Gomereth would have considered itself, part of Norgales kind of thing. So, so that's the situation. Amongst the support, Cameliard will be assisting Escavalon, though they have not bent the knee to King Nanteleod. So they remain an ally, but not a subject of Nanteleod.
They will.
Soon enough.
One way or another, they will.
They will be hosting your army as you march north, though.
Thanks.
Mighty generous of them.
What,
We won't have
what
to
about
salt their
powers?
fields.
Is that
What about
Leodegrance?
powers? Since Rune has to rule Rune.
Indeed. Powys remains independent and fierce. I think with that, guys, we're going to start with a early spring march north to Cameliard. To Carohag, the castle of King Leodegrance.
Got a
We love that
question,
guy.
Bob.
Okay. What was
got
that?
a bit of a question.
What's
Since
up?
I commissioned a sword for Gwydir before the last time we marched towards the Estergales, what's the progress on that?
Before Estergales, so that would have been last year.
Yeah.
Roll me a d20 and get something lower than 19 or 20.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh, you
You
asked
just
Don't
me?
jinxed
tell
him.
him.
You just jinxed him.
You're asking the wrong guy.
Yeah, that's fair. Hey, there we go.
It was close.
Just barely. It's done just days before you travel, so he's just done. Master Craftsman's one of those artists. It's like, I need to work. You know?
Can't rush genius.
Yeah,
Mhm.
can't rush genius.
Mhm.
I guess. Okay. And yeah. Then I am like holding that, waiting for a proper time to present him with his new sword. Then.
Okay. Well, you know you are marching to Harrow Hague for Easter.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm probably going to present it at the feast.
Oh yeah, Bob, I sent you a message about this stuff, by the way, in your DMs on Discord. No rush at all. Just at some point when you feel like reading it.
Yeah, no, it's all good. I should have a little more free time by next week. So my big project at work's ending. So I should
Yeah,
have
no stress.
a bit more free time.
Okay.
I'm just going to deal with my cat right now because that's driving me nuts. We'll be back in a couple of minutes, guys. I'll grab my food too while I'm at it. Be right back.
Timberlake.
I love that such a random character is taking on such a life of his own. Sir
Yeah.
Justin de Timberlake, indeed.
Yeah.
It's all because of Yampa.
True.
You're welcome.
Yampa being a bad swordsman. If only he'd
Rune
won
Yep.
that duel.
It was my
Rune
one.
Rune app, Rune de Rune. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Rune needs
That's pretty
Rune.
funny.
Okay. Good luck. First off.
Just buy it.
So let's start with, I was thinking about it. I don't know if the army would need to march. I think a muster in Carohig would make more sense. So there's a call for muster. So there probably will be a very large retinue traveling with Nanteleod directly. But I guess you guys are part of the household knights, so I guess you are probably along for that retinue. But some of the knights that are more like Cadlews, for example, could choose to
He would.
to muster and ride
And they get
himself
lost in the
rather
woods.
than
They're just showing up at the party.
Sorry, it's a status thing.
Yeah.
Is it?
It's a status thing.
I hate
Just
you
a
so
social
much.
economic.
Well, thank you for not dragging us
You
down with
pompous
you.
bastard.
You guys wouldn't get it. Rich
Sorry, y'all aren't rich. You wouldn't understand.
yeah.
This all used to be Rome.
Well, I heard
Jeez.
Pleasant took half your stuff this year, Wergar, so I'm not sure if I like this whole being rich thing.
I love it. Okay, so let's maybe confirm. Does anyone have any urgent things to deal with in Escavalon in Carline before you depart? Maybe let's go through the list, just because sometimes we don't zoom in on folks. Wergar, what about you? You got anything? Or Yampa, sorry. We'll start with Yampa. Left to right. Yampa, you got anything you want to address at home before you leave again for another war?
The first thing that Rune's gonna do is make sure that his daughters are tended to with the utmost care. Doesn't matter how much it costs, even though he's poor. Looking at Whittier and Collis.
Yeah, I am generous. How much do you want?
I don't know how it's gonna cost. You don't have to.
I don't.
You need
have to.
alms. I'm
That's why
assuming.
that's why it's generous.
Just
I think
making
what's it
sure
cost?
that my
Like,
daughters are. Yep.
does it
go
cost?
for it.
How much does? Oh, you're already living as a rich knight because you're a household knight, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm not sure if I can help, but if I can pay like a Libra to get a doctor in for you or something, I'll do that.
Well,
But I mean, I guess we've already got the king's doctors. Oh, maybe they're busy. Whatever. If
Well,
that's possible, I'll do it.
it's wartime. I mean, doctors are probably busy. So if you want to pay a Libram to bring one in, especially recruit them, that could be done.
Then I will do so and see that my friend's children do not die or try.
Appreciate it.
Awesome. I think isn't Book of Entourage have like a I think Book of
Yeah, it's got
Entourage
costs.
has a surgeon or something,
Yeah.
or Manor maybe Manor does.
If memory serves, I'm pretty sure most specialists just cost a Libra for a year, but I'm not confident.
Just because I'm interested, I'm going to take a quick look.
Yeah, sure. Should I check generous or not because I'm already famous and it's the done thing?
If you're already you can get a tick in it though, because
I'll
it's
get a
still
tick.
hard to raise, with a tick. So
Sure. Yeah.
yeah, we established just a note. I'm sure I mentioned this already, but your one reroll a year cannot be for winter phase stuff.
Oh yeah.
Could I get a take in the family since I'm taking care of my daughters?
Oh. Can I get a passion for love, Yampa's family?
Hey, hold on.
This is getting weird. This is getting weird.
Wait, you're taking care of his daughters.
Yeah.
That might be a little inappropriate, sir.
Mm.
It's fine. I'm gonna leave that alone.
I'm gonna slowly back away from this conversation.
That's
Okay,
right.
It'll cost you. A physician will cost you 2 Libram.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine. Not sure if you guys know this.
They can perform surgery on Rune if Rune's injured. or anyone else, I'll also supply a bit of a bonus to the daughter's role for next year if they're if there's any concern of them dying. So
Let me note that down. But that's basically what Rudy's doing, making sure that the household is good before he sets out.
okay, makes sense. Okay, so let's give this person a name real quick. Trevor.
Trevor. Steve.
Oh, good. He's a Christian healer. So lots of time to bloodlet them again. Let's see here.
Yeah. Just throw leeches
Um,
at the kids until they get better.
Very spiritual.
Leaf throwing. So let's see here.
I don't know if arbitrary is something you want in your doctor, though.
Absolutely, it is. You don't want him to do the right thing. You want him to do what works.
Exactly.
I have bad flashbacks to CK2 with that.
Yeah, that's right. This disfigured child. Yeah.
Just lopping pieces off. That's not good.
Yeah, my
Right.
physician
balance
once
it.
cured cancer by making me a eunuch.
Mm.
That's
Well, I
CK3
mean, that
for
makes
ya.
sense if it was testicular cancer. That's
Yeah.
True, very true.
literally the right treatment.
Okay, sorry, it shouldn't have been tested against each. They have a 15 in surgery and a 13 in first aid.
What about the worst doctor? It makes sense. I'm reckless. I would have been like, you a doctor? I can be. Good. Here's
Just, just pointed out at the snake oilsman and went like, you.
Yeah, sorry, 15 and 14, I guess. I said minimum 14 is what they can do, so 15 and 14. Okay. So, let's talk about what are is that, I guess we know what the household knights are going to do. They're going to march with Nanteleod. What about Hollis? Are you going to march with?
I would assume Sir Collis would, because he doesn't exactly have the largest entourage to
Yeah.
go with himself, so
Yeah.
he's still a fledgling lord, so he'd probably ride with King Nanteleod.
Noted. Okay. So with that in mind, we'll zoom in on Callis. Anything you want to deal with before you leave?
I think before he leaves, he'll probably tell his steward and give him some money because he wanted to build a stable on his land.
Stable
I think
on his
that's
land.
5. Yeah, 5 Libra.
Yeah, you can deal with that during the winter phase, but
Yeah.
Noted. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Start putting stuff on there. But yeah.
Yep.
Other than that, I don't think he would try to quash some of the rumors about the incestuous relationship within his family. Other than that, no, I don't think he. Other than that, no.
Do you know about the incestuous relationship in your family?
It was from a rumor event.
Oh, okay. So you would have heard it. Yeah. You would have heard the rumor. Question is, do you believe it?
I don't think I.
Dice.
I don't know. Dice. Where are you at?
Trusting versus love family, please.
Uh-oh.
Not
Okay.
looking good for them.
And then you said love family, correct?
Yeah. Oh.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Huh.
Yeah, I give a fuck about either of these things, but
Yeah.
so
I don't trust any rumor, and I hate my sister.
We're putting him in the situation.
okay, roll a d6, Collis. Hey, add suspicious, your sister, +3.
That also go for his brother?
Maybe, yeah. Maybe your siblings. Is it just one brother and one sister?
Yes.
Yeah. That's Fumbleville. That's why we're doing that. So, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think that the fumble always beats the failure, so you are highly suspicious of them and you no longer trust them, basically. How do you want to get to the bottom of this, or how do you want to see to this? I don't think they're part of your manor, right? Because you are a household knight. Unless you welcomed them in previously. Maybe you did.
I think I would have invited them in.
That might be why they had the opportunity while you were off warring. So
These cold Welsh nights.
So this then becomes your responsibility to resolve if it's true.
Okay.
How do you want to approach that?
Marry your sister off to Gwydir.
Uh,
That seems to be the fix to everything.
I would definitely just have to separate them. 'Cause I think my brother is of age. He's already
Send her to a
married.
monastery. Make her a nun.
You could do that. That'd be a common way to address it. You could send her to a nunnery.
Yeah, I don't think she's married, so that would be the easiest solution.
Yeah. You could also send him away if you wanted to. You could make him a monk somewhere if you wanted to, like, get back at both of them.
I could go to Benevia, yeah.
You know what? Let's test just versus arbitrary first off.
Yes.
See if you really care. Is this really about just what's right, or is it more about?
Definitely just.
Yeah, you have a strong opinion about this apparently. Like that's, shameful. I don't know if you
It
care
makes
really about
you
the.
look bad, is what it is.
Well,
damaging to your.
I think arbitrary would suggest that it's more about it making you look bad. I think just means he actually has a moral position on this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe. Yeah. It doesn't have to be a huge one. Just it's not cool. Like
It's not gonna fly.
Like, y'all gotta chill.
Yeah.
If you want me to execute your family, I'll do it.
Hello? I'm
Is
part
that
of
the
this
pagan
family.
way?
I'm a cousin. Relax.
All of them.
Yeah,
I mean, you got a
not-
couple of religious knights. We could do it.
You're not going to execute his family, mainly because Rune is there, and Rune's cool. Rune's a good guy. He's
I
not,
wouldn't say
he's
all
not
of his
wrapped up in that.
family.
Just the evil family.
Like,
Yeah, just the corrupted ones.
I barely get down. I'm super chaste. I'm famously chaste.
See?
you can put a tick in just there, Collis, and then is there
I'm
any
not famously chaste. I'm
is there
talking
any
about mine.
particular way you want to address this? Do you want to address the brother sister situation?
I think Collis is pretty forward, especially being so proud, and he's thinking, why did you bring the family into this in like such a bad light, and then pretty much send them off like immediately after pretty much accosting them and almost interrogating them, giving him the information.
Right. So you're pretty harsh on them, and then you send them both off. Is it kind of the idea?
Yes.
Okay.
They both gain hate. Call us.
Family.
Alice.
They can duel me for it. They won't survive.
They won't have to duel you. Poison and daggers.
Very true.
You have to sleep.
This is
This
Nanteleod's
is very true.
Crusader Kings 3 edition. Okay. We'll take a look in on Drax now.
Oh, okay. He would spend time with Lady Illyri until it was time to muster. Tend to his normal duties under his uncle's house, and also on the whole trip, he will be doing his forester duties as they're on the march.
right?
as best as he can. He has no lands of his own yet, so he can't really do anything else with that. So
Do you have a squire?
I do. Yep.
Noted. Do you want to try to appoint someone to act as like your deputy in forestry while you're gone, effectively? Not forestry, but forester.
This might seem a little unorthodox, but his wife / fiance, yeah,
Oh, interesting.
she had an 18 hunting.
Is she a wife yet? Have we verified that?
We have not confirmed if that happened during the winter or if it was happening in the spring. But
Okay.
yeah, it was coming along. So
Okay, and Bert, you're in the similar boat, right? Where you're. So
Yeah.
first off, before we go there, I guess I should just wrap up Drax. You can tick. I'm gonna give you a trusting roll or trusting check.
Okay.
And a love family check.
in a love family. Alrighty.
For that. Okay. Bert, you're in a similar boat. I guess we have a question. How important is it to have both Drax and Bert above table? How important is it to have these weddings on screen? Because it can be done as part of a feast. It just won't make sense for this one. It would have to wait till the winter if it was to be done.
I mean, for Rain, it's not of big importance to him. It might be for his fiance or whatever, but not for him. So he's super modest, so he's fine with the other stuff.
So Cormac is incredibly modest, but he likes but he's also incredibly generous. So he likes to put on feasts for everyone because it's something he finds he's actually good at.
Okay, why don't we'll set a feast that's like a double wedding for the fall, if that makes sense to you guys.
Cool. Yeah.
Your brothers in arms as is, and then maybe we'll we'll gloss over the winter feast this year a little bit. So
Okay.
Yeah. It will cost you, Cormac, obviously, if you are actually making your own feast. It will cost you.
It usually does.
Yeah.
That's why I'm
Okay.
kind of broke.
Sir Rain would insist on helping at least pay a portion of it. Yep.
Makes sense.
We might have to duel over that, sir.
Yeah. We're gonna fight over being who's more generous and modest.
Exactly.
All right, so
It's not me.
Bert.
Yep.
Anything you want to address before you leave? Then.
Yes,
sword,
actually.
obviously.
So I have this interesting situation where I am betrothed to Sir Ithel's daughter, and I already have a child. So I want to basically spend time introducing Lady Nia to young Finnegan, and basically trying to get them to realize that they will be family. That Finnegan isn't being replaced at any point, and that Lady Nia needs to come to terms with the fact Finnegan's here. He's not going anywhere, sort of thing.
Right. I mean, technically he is. He's going to be squired.
I mean, he is at squiring age, and before we leave, I'm going to present him to be squired. I will, leave.
Is he 15 this year?
He is 15 this year.
Okay. Do any of you guys have any squires that are aging out this year?
That would be 20 something, right? 21.
21. They would be knighted potentially.
No. They're all aged 18, right?
Yeah, they're around that.
I got 2. Tristan's 18, the other one's 17. So.
Okay.
Yeah, mine's 18 as well.
Mine's
Caradoc.
18.
Okay. 1 sec.
Yeah, my squire's 15.
Take another one. I don't care.
16 now, I think, Lucius, if you got it last year.
Ah, yeah, 16. Thanks.
Okay. Finnegan is assigned to Sir Elaine.
Oh,
Oh, really?
that's nice.
Like that is. I am humbled by that.
Well, the allegation was that he was related to the lineage, right? Of the king, so he's probably being treated well, keeping him close with the constable, you know?
Yep. You know, but before he goes off, I kind of want that connection, that dinner, that hey, I may not have, been there when you were born, but you are my son. I am proud of everything that you've accomplished between when we first met and now, and I will always be proud of you. Lady Nia, this is my son, and that's just how it is, sort of thing.
Yeah, so if it involves him, I think you know this already, he's real uncomfortable at the mention of you. Like he likes that you took him in and you cared for him. And as a younger guy, like when he was like 10, I think he was pretty comfortable with that. But I think hitting the age 15 and stuff, I think he's just like, for joking terms, like you're not my real dad, but not in that kind of way. You know what I mean?
Teenage angst.
He's like
Teenage
I
angst.
appreciate your words, Sir Cormac, and you are indeed my caretaker, but I'm not of your blood, and I would feel more comfortable if you didn't refer to me as your son.
Ouch.
Finnegan will do fine, and I'll carry your name so long as it is the only name I know.
Kill him. It's insubordination.
Sacrifice him.
Send him to me so he can carry bags of salt.
It doesn't seem pompous. It is just being very bluntly honest. Yeah.
It's bluntly honest, but it's still painful to hear.
Yeah. And this probably didn't happen in front of your fiance. This probably happened after. Like he'd probably have the wherewithal not to embarrass you in front of, your soon-to-be wife by contradicting you.
I understand. I am always here should you need me. And I will still do my best to make sure that you have everything you need. Elaine is a fantastic knight, one that I have looked up to since I was your age. He will teach you well, and you will become one of the greatest knights. Of that, I have no doubt.
He nods slowly and says, "Thank you, Sir Cormac." I want to check something. I don't know if you're right about the age though on this kid. Give me a sec.
Might be. Hold up. 496. I guess he'd be 15 this year.
He's 14 now. He's turning 15 in Winterface.
Yeah.
I guess Bob could make him whatever age we want. Considering we just picked him up out of the forest, we don't know how old he is. So
Yeah, just give me a minute though. One sec.
yeah, he could be anywhere between X and Y. You know.
He's checking the real age of the character that didn't have a name,
hmm
that has been named Finnegan until
501 right now, right?
501 now, yes.
A second here. He's 13, not 15.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, so we'll back this off a little bit, and we'll kind of resume this probably next year when he's 14. We'll start talking about it.
Yeah. Okay.
So we'll just put that on pause. That part hasn't happened yet. He's still living with you. All this stuff. I'm like, wait a minute, because like he was what I said he was, I think 8-ish, beginning, and then we said he was a little too old looking. Was a joke.
Yeah. Ah, okay.
Oh yeah, the picture. Yeah. Probably looks about that now.
Yeah. Yeah. This probably is more like what he's gonna look like when he is a squire. That's why I haven't bothered to change the picture. So that brings us to Gwydir.
Okay. I'll be relatively quick, hopefully. Obviously, I just want to head down, hang out with Liriathar and my kids for a while in the river, in the sea, wherever. Guess there's nothing crazy going on there. She doesn't have anything to report. I might just, and this ties in a little bit to the second thing that I wanted to do, I might just ask her once more about the circumstances of us discovering Finnegan, because I would like to speak to, before we go and before he disappears forever or whatever, Sir Argen, about his recognizing Finnegan.
I think when you find Argen, he doesn't even know what you're talking about, and he doesn't remember.
Can I introduce
Remember
him?
how he
'Cause
was drunk and solemn a bit when you saw
Yeah.
him? So when you like chase him down to ask that question, he's like, "Huh?" And he's like, "What boy? What are you talking
Can I
about?"
specifically introduce him? Can I bring him to him?
I think it's probably unlikely. Like if it happened last episode, I would have been down, but I think because it didn't, I think the opportunity is missed. Argen's out of there the next day, kind of thing. So,
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he came with a specific purpose and then got drunk and kind of lost the purpose for a bit. So, but he's out of there the next day. I'm not trying to like
No, it's fine.
put up a roadblock. It's just a opportunity missed kind of thing. So
Yeah, no, that's fine. All good. Yeah, other than that, just hang out with my sexy seal.
all right. On that note, I mean, you can still inquire with her if you wanted to about Finnegan. That part.
Oh
still
yeah, I'll
works.
ask about her. Actually, the other thing I might do is just look around for potentially seaside land that might need a lord at some point in the future, so I can bring it up by name at Easter. But
Okay.
yeah.
Give me a hunting roll.
I can do hunting. I'm okay at hunting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you find a good plot not far from where you meet.
Nice.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, and I'll just ask her about the Finnegan stuff again, I suppose. Lamenting that I missed Sir Argen, who seemed to recognize him.
She would just mention that he was being held captive, and the knight who held him believed that he would fetch a fine ransom.
Right. But we didn't save that guy's life, so we don't know. Was the knight in question, was that the one who betrayed Escavalon? Or was it the one who tried to... Yeah, it must have been. He was the guy who betrayed Escavalon, and then he sent out that hero to go and kill the guy, and they killed each other.
He...
Is that right?
Correct. So the guy who The guy who held Finnegan was the not your ally knight, correct?
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yep.
So that guy knew some shit.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I think you're kind of putting those pieces together now. And then I think Trent, you missed the episode where Collis, Rune, and Rain figured out some more, right? Like you guys
I
were down
watched
in
it.
Summerland. Yeah.
Collis went and fought a guy, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's right. You stabbed him to death, and he was trying to keep it on the down low, and he's like, "I'm taking this to the grave" or something.
Yep.
I can't remember what happened exactly, but
It was
yeah,
Collis's
cool. No worries.
duel. Yeah, that was a fairly
The dude basically killed
life-threatening
himself
duel.
on Collis's sword.
Yeah.
Yeah, he literally threw himself on my sword.
Yeah,
That's right.
so he couldn't spill it. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Okay, that's all. Thank you.
All right, that brings us to Cyber Bro. Anything you want to do with Lucius before you leave?
I think before Lucius leaves, let's see. No, I don't really have anything too intriguing going on. Probably just because we know we're going off to war, correct?
Yes,
Is that-
correct. You're mustering in Carohag, so there will be a call to arms, and Nanteleod announced it at Winterfeast. Christmas
Makes
Day.
sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think Lucius is just gonna grab a sack of salt and just get on the road. You know, that's the most important thing he's got going on. Is my salt guide? Is he gonna have a sack of salt for me so I can
A
salt
sack.
it?
I
Damn
gotta
way.
start calling you the Salt Knight soon. So.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Everyone's gonna have a nickname by the time we get done with this.
yeah.
All right.
But other than that, no. Lucius is chilling, low maintenance.
Okay. I guess that would take a little bit of effort. So why don't you give me an energetic or tick energetic? Do that.
Okay.
Even though we know he's gonna make his squire carry it.
Yeah.
Delegation.
Yeah, it's the Roman way.
Yeah. All right. So the muster will begin its march. Guys, why don't you give me I'll get a roll from Cyberbro and a roll from Yampa. D100, please, you two.
Ambush.
Okay. 71 and 27. You will note that you are not traveling through the mountains. There aren't a lot of good trails through the mountains. You'll instead be traveling through the lands of Glevum. Yep. And Lady, it seems that the Duchess is aware and does not stop this. Lady Helly does not stop this. She allows the muster through. Nanteleod's army does not march through Kieran-Kester, but instead chooses to opt for a path through the mountains.
Oh.
Yeah. And then
Dude loves them.
yeah, or through the hills. They're mountains, whatever. Hills, we'll say. That will take us up into the forest. Y'all know what forest this is? I haven't visited this forest for a while.
Yeah.
The Forest Sauvage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always the Forest Sauvage.
Fun times.
Please
Alright.
don't teleport us again.
Right. Who is in charge of your respective unit for traveling through the forest, folks?
Mhm.
I know it's a must,
Me.
but it's going to be a very big group.
I'm just going to claim it, but there's no reason for it to be me apart from the fact that Gwydir would claim anything he could.
It's usually based on hunting, right?
It is not Cormac.
Yeah. Rune is happily trudging along.
Rain would do his best for it.
Who are we going to nominate, guys, to be your hunter roller?
Who's got
Rain.
the best hunting?
He's the forester.
I declare
Clearly.
myself-
I'm at a 10.
Yeah, Sir Carlos will say, Sir Rain.
All right,
Not
ready?
me, I led the victory in Menevia. Surely me.
Rain, do you want to impassion yourself before you make the hunting roll for this?
Well, I don't want to get lost, so yeah. I will do Swords of Nanteleod. And
Don't want
hopefully I
us to get
pass.
lost.
Yeah, us specifically. The rest of them I don't care. as long
You're
as
going to go
I
mad and then run into the forest.
I might. It's a
Yeah.
17, so it could be really bad.
Do it.
No, we're good.
Alright.
Okay.
Bob, can I spend my 8,500 channel points to make him re-roll it so he fumbles?
Yeah, what's fuck?
Nope. There's no disadvantage.
No.
So Rune, you're going to be rolling your hunting flat because there's a
Huh?
-5 in Forest Sauvage. So
Well, we're in trouble then. It's like 50-50 shot here.
yeah, sure is.
Alright.
What
Just
the fuck?
missed.
He's not even a good He's not even the best hunter! I'm a better hunter than him as well!
Will
What is
she?
So untrusted.
Wow.
Forester!
Yeah.
Have you ever been into a forest before, apart from on the back of...
He's gained all that experience in 2 years, man.
I am not going to question Nanteleod. I'm sure he sees something in you that I certainly do not. Well, Forester? Are you kidding?
Oh, don't worry. This
Hey,
is just for your select unit. So
Yeah, just us.
Oh, great.
I thought he was
Now
here.
we get to go to the battle because we're too busy
Understand
gallivanting
something.
around chasing rabbits in the woods.
Rain, I want you to understand something. In the time you've been Forester, I've learned how to fight better than you've learned how to hunt.
You know what? While we're at it, Serene, I want you to understand something as well. I hate you, okay?
I don't
That's
want to be
no way.
dramatic
I can
here, but
understand
I hate you.
All right.
You're going through extremes, Gwydir. You're doing it again.
You're
Okay.
going through extreme.
Uh,
Social that.
Well, who will we give this roll to? We'll give this to our good friend Bert. Give me a D20.
Yeah, please, fumble.
Yeah, here comes the fumble.
Hey, wow. Okay.
Okay.
We're a
You
little bit
guys,
off.
you guys are wandering just behind. Like you're in the unit immediately behind Nanteleod. So it's like Nanteleod and a lot of his land holding, position holding roles, and then your unit is immediately behind them. You can hear them. You're going in around the bend, and when you round the bend, all of a sudden it's quiet, and you guys can give me some awareness rolls real quick.
Alrighty.
Oh, good
boy,
lord.
Awareness.
Surely the forest has got good awareness. At
Awareness
least.
is so good. Oh, I did okay.
Oh, no.
Yeah, failure.
Alex fumbles awareness.
Oh god.
Oh no. Okay. Collis might be off on his own little adventure. Give me a D20, Collis. Yeah.
Don't worry, we've got 3 successes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. We'll get back to that in a second. So, you guys, the lot of you, the 5 of you, you're wandering through, and all of a sudden, for anyone who succeeded, you start to look around to the front and the back, and like the units in front of you and behind you are gone, just simply gone. You're just on your own. The forest is so like crowded and dark that it's just only a trickle of sunlight kind of comes through, kind of keeping it in that weird place of just feeling almost like slightly before dusk the whole time you're traveling through it.
And the whole time, Sir Rain is muttering about this accursed forest. Because it seems so familiar.
I think Gwydir
I
is
don't
singing
mean
it
to.
very
I don't mean to worry anybody. Do you know where Sir Callis went?
Hey, is Collis here or no?
Nope.
Gwydir sort of stops in the middle of his song.
He was just here.
What the fuck?
You think it'd be Gwydir the one to run off?
I'm not running off nowhere. Collis can sort his own shit out. How the fuck have we managed? They were right in front. Just follow the road. Serene, what?
This forest is cursed.
I mean,
We're
isn't that
cursed.
why you're the forester? To guide us through the cursed forest?
That's
That's
why
a
I
great
voted for
question.
you, Rain.
A good question, Cormac.
Fair. I clearly failed.
Clearly. Oh my god. So now the king is without his forester in the forest. We're without Collis, which small loss, but not a loss. The loss nonetheless. It's. All right. Well, what do we do? Are we? Since you're in charge of this, apparently, are we riding off to find Collis? Are we riding off to find our men? Or are we just sitting here and waiting until our mothers come to rescue us? What's going on?
Well, we can't wait. That's not even reasonable.
Well then.
When Callis is restored to Nanteleod, we shouldn't leave him behind. He may be captured like that one fairy Sir Cormac saved.
Or he just simply followed Nanteleod like we didn't.
My version is more interesting.
Well, yes, your version is more interesting. I believe Sir Ruin might be right. I believe we got lost and Callis kept on with the king.
Then let us try to
Well-
regain our direction and catch back up to our king.
Where? I'm going to go find the king. You're welcome to come with me if you want to. I'm just going to assume that Collis is going to find his path. We'll just cut a path in the forest, leave marks in the trees. That's how I keep finding my seal girlfriend, because the forest is very strange down that way. So we mark the trees, and if the trees are the same, which they often aren't, he can follow us. And if they're not, then he's dead.
I'd like to roll a family and love loyalty lord to see which one
Okay. Yeah. Go
Rain
ahead
would
and
pick.
test. All right. Success in both means you get to choose, or if you want, you can default to the highest.
I'll default to the highest.
Bye.
Him, yeah, I know. Him being worried about his daughters and now his cousin just fucking disappeared. He'll just like look around. He's like, I'll look for Collis and I'll rendezvous with the rest of the party.
Okay.
Sir Ruin, I cannot let you go alone.
I can.
Thank you, Gwydir.
Yeah, but nobody was asking you to come along with you.
Good.
I'm going to go with Sir Gwydir and ask him how he finds a seal in the forest. Because he said
Great
the
question,
forest.
Lucius, and you're the right man for the job. I can tell you that much.
Yes, because his seal girlfriend is definitely real.
You bet her. She's Finnegan's mother by default, sort of.
If she's Finnegan's mother, but
Well,
Cormac's
yeah.
his father, and how does that all work? And she's a seal on top of all. You really need to stop eating those mushrooms, Gwydir.
We met
There's a reason I
earlier.
spent so much time.
You're
love
the
her.
one who says that you have magically found that she is a seal. The woman I met was just a woman.
Cormac, you were talking about giants not too long ago. You're not very high in the
Giants are
pedestal.
real.
Unreliable
The
witness.
giants were real. I saw them.
Invented bowling.
The giants were real, and then the fairy.
Yeah.
It was a fairy queen too.
Sir Rain just starts walking off.
And I'm High King of the island.
As they're writing and as I'm writing, do I not hear any like raised voices at all?
No, Absolutely none. And we're gonna get back to what you're dealing with here in a second. But I'm gonna get the group to give me a hunting roll, real quick. Who wants to run this one? Are you guys still comfortable with the forester as your lead?
I'm wherever he goes. I'm going my own way. Anyone can follow me if they want to.
Well, I'm
going
looking.
to summon the power of my love for the king and try and find the path.
I am with Karun. I can't believe I'm alone in here.
We're both gonna get lost, so we're gonna die of old age in the forest. But
I mean, I don't know. We're gonna get lost. I have faith that God will see us to where He needs us.
yeah, and you know what? Rune will do the sign of the cross, and we'll find him.
I think where we are right now, God sees a lot less than you think He does, if He sees anything at all. We're in the realm of my gods now. You see, Rhiannon.
This is just a forest, Gwydir, and mine is omnipresent, and he'll just ride off.
Are you guys parting ways?
From the sounds of it, you get like 4 different parties going.
I'm looking for Collis.
This is how most horror movies start, I think.
Yeah, yep. It sure does.
Literally true.
I don't have.
Go off on their own.
I don't have very good odds right
him
now.
go off on his own.
So what
Okay,
are we doing? Are we looking for Collis, or are we looking for the king?
I'm looking for Collis.
All right, we got Team Collis, led by Rune. We got Team Nanteleod, led by Gwydir, probably. What about Lucius and Rain?
Oh, he was already walking off when they were bickering.
What do you mean by off? Like by yourself? What are you? Are you
Yep,
team?
yep. He was legit just going to try to get me to join the party. He wasn't going to deal with it. Yep.
TPK.
They clearly did not want his
TPK.
expertise anyway. So, yep, he was gone. Yep.
Yeah.
See, you never know.
Let's start. You know, we're not even gonna. Let's start by let's attach Lucius. So we've got. Hold on. We've got.
Yep.
Team Gallus, which is Rune. Anyone else with Rune?
Out of character, this is the worst idea in the world.
Oh, it is.
It really
totally,
is.
like terrible.
It really is.
Anyone riding with Rune to go get Gallus?
No.
No, I am.
Yeah.
But Cormac is going with Rune.
Okay. We got Team Nanteleod. It's led by Gwydir. Anyone going with Gwydir to go try and find the army?
It'll be Lucius. He'll be going with Gwydir.
Yeah, my
I'm trying to
buddy.
find the army, but I'm doing it myself because
We got team.
We're all
We got
die.
Team
Team YOLO.
Sinatra. I did it my way.
We're all dead.
We got Team Rain.
To the moon.
Team Rain. There we go.
Yep.
And then we got Collis, obviously.
Everyone just gets pissed off and marches off into the fucking forest.
Yep.
It makes sense for Gwydir to do it because he's Gwydir. I don't know why the rest of you are doing it.
Rune, roll me a d20. Just a d20. Gwydir, roll me a d20. Just a d20, not a skill.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh. He's gone. He's gone. He's never coming back.
And that's the end of his story.
Hey, somehow we merge at the same spot.
Yeah, we're all back to the same place.
Fucking forest.
And Rain, roll me a d20.
If we get another 20, that's
Got
gonna be
it.
amazing.
Come on, 320.
Got it.
Come on.
It's like that video game. You all like
Nope,
go in different
17.
directions and end up with different things. Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Rain, roll me a d3.
Oh no. I don't like the sound of that.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Okay. So we're gonna go to Rune and Gwydir, Team Collis and Team Nanteleod. Funny enough, you guys start off in completely opposite directions, and you end up literally at the same point.
I knew you'd come around eventually. I knew that you knew that I knew the right way, so Nice to see you again.
First off, you were following me. I wasn't
What?
following you. And then
I
you
wasn't
went
following
around
you.
that tree. I saw a glint of armor through that tree. I knew it was you.
It was. My armor. It's barely even glinting. I've covered it in
Yeah,
cloaks.
because you have to scour it in sand. You don't even take care of your weapons and armor.
I've got
So,
squires
Cormac,
for
did
that.
you guys
Okay?
find any giants?
You're not doing a good job.
We
Meanwhile,
didn't see any giants on our path. Did you find any giants, Sir
Because
Cormac?
they don't exist.
They're real. I've seen them with my eyes.
But I do wish that both of you would shut up already.
you were born into the wrong family for that, Cormac.
Fair enough.
I like the sound of my own voice far too much for that. Well, anyway, it's nice to see you again. As much as I think you stink at hunting, I do quite like the rest of you, so...
Awesome. Okay.
Well, where did Rain go?
Wait a moment, where's Rain?
Exactly. Where the hell did Rain go?
I need a D100 from Bert and a D100 from Lucius. Or from Harris, however.
You know, truly, friendship is magic.
Is it?
It's such a terrible idea. You're gonna get eaten by a giant.
Yeah, we're all gonna die. We're all gonna die.
Interesting.
Until it just loses his army to
Decay.
attrition.
Yeah.
You guys are like, you meet up and you're by like a river. You can hear the river running by, not too far, a stream running by. I'll get awareness test from all four of you real quick.
God damn it. Wood is just singing and yelling at his friends.
Uh-oh.
Cormac is trying to shut.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, with the
Hey.
glint.
Lucius is looking for
doesn't-
giants.
Superpowers.
Lucius, you're the
Not
first to hear this. You hear the sound of it sounds like crying.
Oh, jeez.
And it like really stands out. You can tell it's a soft voice. It's a lady's voice.
Torch companions, I hear the cries of a woman, a maiden, fair.
You have no idea.
There you are! I'll call out. Is that you?
You hear it as well, Rune. Now that he points it out.
Yeah, like, well, I mean, there's definitely a woman crying, but we don't know if she's fair.
She's probably fair.
My lady
Lucius
love,
will
there
start
you
running
are. Is that
in that
you out
direction.
there?
God.
Lucius runs in the direction of the maiden.
Oh, God, he's gone. Okay.
TPK.
TPK. I guess Rune will ride behind him. I don't know. Rune will ride behind Julius.
Does
Keeping
it
the
sound
distance.
like my
though.
girlfriend?
No. I guess. I mean, as much as you didn't fumble, so we'll say no. It's very unlikely. You get there, you see this raven-haired like lady. You can only see her from the back, and she's just completely bawling. Right at the riverside. She's kind of like on her knees, like she's truly grieving.
Madam, what seems to be the problem? Is there anything that we can do to help?
Now you guys are pretty far away, and while you're far away, she doesn't seem to really answer. She just kind of continues bawling. Doesn't even recognize you.
I will dismount from the horse and approach on foot.
Is anyone else going with?
Yeah, I'll say.
I have to render aid. Like,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
would, but I'll ride next to him.
At a safe distance, yeah.
Let me roll something.
If Cormac gets off his horse, Rune is just gonna take care of it, but he's not gonna get. I mean, he's gonna follow, but he's not gonna be like right on top of him, you know.
Yes. Please take care of my Ronsi.
Yeah, I'm just like leading it by the reins while I'm riding.
Gwydia puts his hand on Cormac's shoulder and he says, "Careful, cousin. These forests can be dangerous. I don't trust this somehow. She's got black hair, which means she's definitely evil."
Oh God.
Old folk tales.
I know about these. I've spent more time in the forest chasing my seal girlfriend than any of you, okay? I know these things.
That
You need to
doesn't
listen.
that doesn't help your case.
God grant me serenity. God grant me wisdom.
Gwydir draws his sword and looks around for demons.
Okay.
Man.
Cormac, give me an awareness test as you approach. And
I
test
would
spiritual
like to
for me.
impassion with, like I was just praying, but I'd like to impassion with love of family because Gwydir's there, and I want to make sure that he doesn't get blindsided.
Sure, man. Let's see you go into madness again.
Fumble.
Mhm.
Aw.
Y'all need to stop with that.
But
But
it's fun.
Okay. Yeah. So you can see her like her features. She looks distraught, a little bit thin in the face. But as your eyes move to the reflection in the water, you see her, or at least it looks like her, but it's like all that's left is the visage of someone that's skeletal. There's no muscle, there's nothing. It's like a skeleton with dark hair, like a tuft of dark hair. And as you look, you see that what she's grieving over looks like the same sort of thing, like except for it's in well, it's actually in her dress. There's a dress. There is the remains of her and dark hair. And as you approach and you say her name, she I love that reference. She looks at you
I don't
and
know her name, but
she looks startled and she's like, "Sir Knight, who are you?"
my name is Sir Cormac. And what name might I call ye?
Don't remember.
Suddenly I find myself with an intense bout of deja vu. Is there anything we can help you with? What has you crying into the river?
She kind of like freaks out and she starts like crawling backwards. She's like, "You did this. You murdered me."
Don't trust her,
Murdered me."
Cormac.
And she
Leave her
she
alone.
starts getting a little more angry. You can see it on her face. Everyone,
I don't approach.
awareness tests, please.
Yeah, I was about to ask, like, do the rest of us see her
All right,
true form?
sorry,
or-
not Collis and Rain. We'll get to you guys very shortly. I don't have the hard cutoff at 8:30 today, so we won't go super later than that.
Still impassioned?
Okay.
Do we check
That's
the
past
Yeah.
Lucius.
Yeah, you can still be impassioned for the scene. Yep. Yeah, you can check awareness. You succeeded at this one.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I put my hand in my salt pack and like have a handful of salt ready to throw?
Fucking salt.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, you can absolutely do that. And it'll totally.
Salt. I mean,
Yeah.
jeez.
Okay.
It may work. It may work, and it may save your life. So be aware.
All right. Let me just do this here. Okay, so at that point, I guess Rune doesn't catch it, but everyone else, you swear you hear, like as the wind picks up, there's like a bit of a howling from the wind, and then you realize that the howling, at least for those that succeed, the howling sounds like it's actually howling and not from the wind as a source, but a distant howl. With that, she looks at Bert and she's like, oh no, he's coming. I don't want to leave. I think you all hear that. You can make a fairy lore test if you like.
Okay.
I will accept a folklore at -5.
Very lore. Sweet. I failed.
That time in Summerland really, really helped me out.
I think it was just like very confused at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So hold on. Let's spice this up a bit. Let's see. I see the right thing here. Give me a sec.
Go back.
Okay.
No. You are not allowed to leave.
You've heard, Cormac, of, I guess in your recent interest in fairies, you've heard of someone they call the Galloping Devil. You've heard of the Wild Hunt.
Okay.
The sort of common lore around this concept is a devil or diabolic being, as it were, from the church angle, that seeks evil souls to take to his master. Sometimes, just sometimes, souls are collected that aren't so evil. In some cases, it might be those that have remained after, those that need to be reaped and taken. So it's putting this together, hearing the dogs howling. This galloping devil is always said to be accompanied by his dogs in the Wild Hunt.
Yeah.
You get the sense that this is likely what's coming, and it's likely coming for her. You also
She's
know this
evil?
is, like I said, sometimes it's about those who remain behind. Souls that need to be collected. Not, she is dead.
Right.
So there's a different set of rules for those who are already dead. Like a Reaper sort of fashion, Grim Reaper sort of fashion.
Ma'am.
What do you want to say to everyone else? Because you know that kind of looking around, no one else sees the urgency in this situation. Right? You're the only one who
So-
succeeded.
What I'm going to do, because I know what's coming. is what's the best way to put this? I kind of want to give the motion behind me to start backing away. You know, like sort of, I've got my shield and everything forward, but behind me I'm like telling everybody to back away. But to her, I'm trying to keep a calm exterior.
I was already sketchy on the situation, so Goodyear will ride back and be like, Go, leave the devil woman. She's a banshee. She summoned us here to kill us with the power of the forest.
Ma'am.
And he will ride back to the path, I suppose, and be like, Cormac, come, follow, quickly.
I'd be waiting for Sir Cormac. I wouldn't leave until he's like leaving. You know, if that makes any sense. Pocket salt ready.
Yeah, I mean, Rune's loyalty to Cormac is way too high for him just to leave him like that.
So Cormac is ready to go, but he does want to give her her last rites. Because obviously no one was here for that.
Okay. So I just want to clarify, because I think you guys got to hustle to get out of sight if you wish to get out of sight. Is there anyone that's sticking around other than Cormac for this?
Lucius.
You're going to stay as well?
Yep.
Okay.
My salt will protect me.
Understood. Okay. All right. You see a very a terrible sight for those that haven't seen such a thing. In fact, for any who wish to gaze upon this, I need a Valorous -5 roll. Just to watch.
Even if we're famous for it?
Even if you're famous for it.
Alright.
Failure.
Still in passion, or has the scene ended?
Still impassioned.
Lucius failed.
Okay. I'll get to what that looks like for you in a second. Who are we missing? Goodyear, right? Did you
Oh
wanna
yeah,
ga-
I was.
You want to gaze upon it?
I don't think so. I think because I crit my suspicious before, and he told
got
us
the
to
hell
get
out.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I think then this will end up being Lucius, because what happens is the Wild Hunt arrives, and as you see the Galloping Devil, he looks like a fierce. Again, we play a lot of D&D, so I understand that when you see something undead and riding, it's not awe-breaking. Imagine if you were a real person and you saw this dude riding down the street. That is the vibe that Lucius is currently experiencing. He has like glowing eyes. Again, it's almost like dusk. It's gotten even darker as he approaches. His dogs are howling, and as they howl, it starts to sound very supernatural in nature. Lucius, you turn to run, but you've stayed, and it's too late. So I need to ask you a question. Please tell me what your vengeful trait is currently.
My vengeful trait is a 7.
Okay. What about selfish?
Selfish is a 9.
Okay. What about deceitful?
Deceitful 10.
Okay. What about cruel?
Cruel 6.
And what about suspicious?
Suspicious 9.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, is that like the sum of your vices?
Yeah, I'm gonna ask the same thing from you, Bert. Please give me your vengeful.
Vengeful is 9.
Okay. You're selfish.
0.
Deceitful.
Or -4, depending on how you want to look.
0. 0. Yep.
Okay.
Deceitful.
10.
Cruel.
4.
Suspicious.
10.
Okay.
No, absolutely.
You see, as the galloping rider rides through, he seems to turn and
No.
in a flash seems to strike both of you, or attempt
shit.
to. Okay. But the good news is, Lucius, you're only going to face this the once because you're turning and running out of sheer panic and fear.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. What is your pious trait, Lucius?
Pious.
What is pious?
Sorry, spiritual.
Spiritual. 10.
You feel the warmth of the strike, and you're certain you were just hit. But otherwise, nothing seems to happen to you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, right. I see what's going on.
Cormac, what's your spiritual?
11.
Similar, but you feel a bit of a sting. And the sting you instantly know as this strike comes through you. You specifically feel that your devotion, despite everything you've done, you've managed to master a lot of what you've been taught in the realm of Christ, of God. But there's a part of you that doubts. It's a part you don't share with anyone else. It's the reason why you still have the spiritual that you have. And this strike instantly reminds you of that. You take 1 damage. Test spiritual for me.
This is cool.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Success.
And ticket.
Fantastic. I've been looking for a reason to get spiritual, and I have no clue.
Okay. The rider is going to stay against you, Cormac. What do you wish to do? What is your action? We know that Lucius is turning as bravely as he can. He's turning to flee. Yeah.
Is it all the right way?
Warhammer comes out, but he's not actually fighting. He's more trying to give last rites to the lady before she is taken off.
So you're gonna turn your attention back there,
to
right?
Make sure that she is taken care of spiritually before she leaves, because she didn't have that.
Okay. You can test your religion. You still have the compassion.
All right.
Okay. You can take that as well. You feel the warmth of the strike like it's coming down upon you again, and then nothing happens, and all of a sudden the darkness, the wind, the howling, everything is gone. But she's still here.
I'd like to take a defensive position between her and where this guy can come out from and continue giving her those last rites
Okay.
until I finish.
Yep.
You know.
She says, she says, thank you. Thank you. And then she's like, she reaches for your hand, and then you feel like, I guess the way you can feel like a cold feeling on your hand from her presence, because she's really established she's dead. And she says, she says, please take care of him. And with that, you see her start to sort of almost like fade off, dissipate.
Aye, my lady. You need not worry. I shall take care of all who need it.
There is a pile of salt where Lucius once was.
Yeah.
Pile of salt? I think there's a puddle of salt.
If Lucius
he,
gets lost,
dropped
you
the
just follow the
salt
salt.
and-
Yeah.
Yeah, just follow the salt. Yeah.
Follow the deer that's licking the salt off the ground, and then you're good to go. Okay, so everyone get 10 glory from that. We're gonna give everyone who's involved 10 glory from that. We're gonna give 30 glory to Gwydir, who was sort of like wise enough to step away, and we're going to give Cormac 100 glory for that. We're technically kind of saving the scenario a bit.
Hey.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it was clear too that he didn't seem at all interested in her.
Interesting.
Was he coming straight for me then?
He was riding through. He definitely came at you and Lucius. You don't get the impression, though. I think you're left with the impression that your faith got you through that.
He was presumably, if it's because he was hunting for evil. If it wasn't going for her, then maybe she wasn't evil. Maybe she's a good
Good
person.
thing I didn't stand right next to Cormac.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes fairy lore and folklore is a mixture of right and wrong, and that's what you got there. That was her assumption, right? It was coming for her.
Oh yeah, right. But it actually was not.
Mhm.
Interesting.
So, real quick, Bob, Rune, having been standing by watching all of this, like, what do you think would be his impression of this whole thing?
You are what religion again?
British Christian.
You're a British Christian.
Yep.
You just watched a diabolical being face off against Lucius and Cormac, and it seems that Cormac sort of maybe prayed it away. Doesn't make much sense. It just all of a sudden vanished. He never really raised an arm against it.
Yeah.
Test spiritual for me, actually. Maybe that's a moment where Rune actually cares about spiritual. Could be.
Let's see.
Eh. Looks like potentially. Go ahead and tick it. Man. Actually, I think it'd be fun. I think I'm just gonna let you go to 11 with that one. 11 and 9. It's not crazy. If you're any higher, I wouldn't. But 11 and 9 makes sense.
And not ticked, right?
And then should I take anything
Not
for
ticked.
running in fear?
No, I think you might feel a bit cowardly about it, like as far as what you think a knight might do.
Mhm.
But also, knights aren't really meant to fight galloping devils per se.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you're gonna forgive yourself pretty quickly when you realize that what the wild hunt is. I'll let you
What about job
decide that.
description? Yeah.
Quick sign of the cross before he returns the round seat to Cormac.
Thank you.
Should we find out if there was any like a signet ring or whatever on this woman's skeleton? See if there's anything that we can take to a family.
You were asking, should you? Right? No, you're asking the other
yeah,
players.
well-
That was a player question, right? Not a GM
Player
question. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I think Gwydir thinks that she's a banshee and he wouldn't go near her, but maybe somebody else would.
Would that be a religion roll to see if that's something we should do, or is that a just versus arbitrary?
I mean, you could just decide. It's just something.
Yeah,
Gwydir-
you can just
I'm-
decide if you want. I don't see it
suggesting
necessarily involving a trait. You're welcome to test something if you want. I will be right back. 1 minute.
Like, I don't know if I would, though. Like, that's sort of desecrating a corpse after it's been laid to rest.
Well, you don't necessarily have to. Like, you're not taking it to steal it. You're taking,
well,
effects of a
exactly.
person to return them to the next of kin. You know what I mean?
That's
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, but do I though?
Yeah, I mean, bodies are prepared for burial for the most part, and that involves taking some stuff off them. You're not stealing it. You're not like, defiling
Yeah.
the body.
This
You're
is an
trying to.
L5R. It would be, there's nothing terrible about touching the remains of something. I mean, you might have your own issues with it, but returning heirlooms and stuff like that to someone would be standard practice if this is a noble, for sure.
All right. Then yeah, before I mount up, I'm gonna go check to see if there's anything that will help me identify who her family is, so that I can give them the news.
Just give me an awareness roll.
New thing?
Add +5 on top of your impassion.
All right. Cool.
Yep. You see, not far from her, you find a ring.
Ooh.
Do I recognize the signet?
Yep.
Who does it belong to?
It's the same symbol that Finn has.
Oh fuck!
A cursed forest.
Ghost Forest. That's his mother? That's Finn's mother?
Oh, we found his mother dead on the road.
Magic.
Make an awareness roll.
I don't notice it.
Yep.
I'm
We'll give
too
this.
busy, like,
You
stuff
know what would
going.
be fun is you're like, as you're kind of looking dumbfounded at it. Gwydir, Lucius, give me an awareness test real quick.
I pass.
Assume Lucius comes back when he doesn't hear the sound.
Oh, Lucius is so
Critical.
late today.
I lost my salt. Has anyone seen my salt? I need my salt.
Yeah.
back, sorry about that.
Lucius is probably the one that pointed out, as Lucius comes back to the group. He's like, "Did you already bury the body?" And you look down and there isn't one.
It was a spirit thing.
Of
So
course,
maybe it
yes.
is. Interesting.
I would have
And
known. I would
Whittier,
have
you
asked her
picked that up,
name
right?
and her son's name.
That was Finnegan's. Finnegan's mother is a banshee?
No.
I thought Finnegan's mother was a seal.
No.
Sort of. That's complicated. Finnegan's adopted lady looking after her was a seal.
I'm starting to doubt that giants don't exist.
So,
I'll introduce you to
Wait.
Thane. He's a really nice guy.
I don't want to meet anyone.
so you
It's already
conquered.
weird enough that you're taller than me.
You conquered some kind of a skeleton knight who was coming to battle you, and then you found Finnegan's. See, I told you this is. There are powers here at work. You see, from the old gods, those connected with the world around us. They're bringing us together. They brought us here for a reason. They knew that rain would lead us astray.
Well, the powers that we pray to clearly saved Cormac from whatever the fuck that was.
Well, you know what? Your god can join the pantheon of my gods then, because they're all working together to give us this piece of this story.
Guys, that's enough of this today.
Speaking of that,
That's just enough today.
I'm going to, if you guys are comfortable with that, I'm going to fade in because I know that Wergar and Rain haven't had anything happen yet, so maybe we'll go there next.
Yeah.
Fade out with, guys, that's just enough today.
Wergar, do you want? So, I'm gonna give you a coin toss to see if your encounter is good or bad, favorable or not favorable, or you can simply opt to have it be not favorable. By not favorable, I mean high likelihood of conflict.
Oh.
And of course, you are alone, so that comes with its own.
I'll do a
challenge.
coin toss.
Okay. Heads or tails?
Heads.
If you get a 1, we'll say 1 is good then, and 2 is bad.
All right.
Hey, bad.
Of course it's bad.
Okay. Give me 1 sec here. Roll. Roll a d6.
Mm. 5.
Okay, 1 sec.
One sec. Yep. I think Devil Bane needs to be the next just epitaph that Cormac takes. Devil
It's too many.
Bane, the Breaker of Chains.
So many nicknames. New rule: 1 nickname each.
I already got
All right.
mine. I like mine.
So as you're wandering through the forest, lost Kalas, and no sign of anyone around, you travel for what feels like hours. After a while, you see a wanderer coming down the trail, opposite direction. They have like a fairly like larger hat on, a bit of a brim. And otherwise, they keep their features sort of obscured and low. They don't seem to acknowledge you at first as they are walking. Basically, if you continue riding, you'll ride right past where they're walking, and they're kind of walking opposite direction. What do you want to do?
Considering he's all alone, I think Sir Collis would probably call out, have you seen any other armored men running around the forest?
They perk up. They don't say anything in turn at first, but after a second, you hear in a thinner voice. They say, "Have you lost your friends?"
It's either a yes or a no.
I could help you find them if you wish.
Just point the way where you think that they went, and I'll take that as enough.
They nod and they say, "I heard horses not long ago. They're riding that way." And they point to the direction that you were already riding.
Alright. Well, thank you. And he'll keep riding.
Might I ask your name, Sir Knight?
Sir Collis.
All right. Okay. They kind of stand aside on the road to allow you to pass. What do you want to do? You just gonna ride by?
Yeah, I'll just ride through them.
Okay. Give me a battle test.
Alright.
Love that for you.
Okay. As you're riding by, you're just about to get close. I imagine you're already a little on edge. Something about this just smells of ambush. And before anything that happens next, we'll just say that you're prepared enough to ready your weapon this round.
Alright.
You hear. Well, I'm gonna type something out, and I want you to say it. Where? Okay.
Alright. What? You said say it?
Yeah.
Thank you, Cercalis.
Yeah. That's what you hear in your voice. I need a contested. I need a contested roll. This will be your weapon skill roll. You may opt to impassion if you wish, as this figure springs towards you with their hands out, and their hands seem to elongate as they do so.
Oh dear.
Cercalis will attempt to impassion himself with honor, because who is this like scoundrel like using my voice and attempting to accost me?
Okay.
There's honor.
Okay. Whoa.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey,
Oh no! Do I get to inherit his lands?
Jesus.
You do have a once a year ability to turn a success to a critical if you wish.
I'm gonna have to.
Okay. That will turn you both into a tie. So, which is good for you because they don't have a sword and you do. So, as this person goes to spring upon you, it looks like their features, or actually, as they dive upon you, the tie means that one of their hands wraps around your sword rather than your neck, and the other one is reaching for your neck, and you feel quite a bit of like a strong grip as they just barely kind of miss your neck. The other one cuts themselves on your blade, and they sort of like hiss. But as the hat's off in this conflict, you see their features, and it's you. You're looking at yourself. I need you to make just a straight valor roll.
Alright.
And then I also need you to make a horsemanship roll, but we'll wait to see what the valor roll is first. Okay, you're good there?
Valor.
Just a straight horsemanship
And you said
roll. Yeah, and remember, you're impassioned. Don't forget that. Yeah.
Oh, I keep. Well, yeah.
Okay, you succeeded. Okay, so you were still mounted. This being has you kind of won the first exchange with it. No panic. You're in control. Your horse didn't freak out. It doesn't look like it's gonna stop. It looks like it's intent on trying to kill you, probably, given how strong that grip felt around just your trap, just trying to get to your neck. What do you want to do?
I think Cercalis will attempt to fight it for now.
Okay. When you are ready, sir. Better than it. Go ahead and give me your damage. Okay. Okay. It looks wounded, quite wounded. You see it bleeding. It doesn't seem to have any armor on. And you see that, like, as you stab it, your blade goes deep, and you see it kind of wince and it actually falls over onto the ground, so it's landed prone. It's gonna start trying to climb back up. Do you want to finish it off?
Yes.
Okay. All right, when you're ready.
Mhm.
Okay. And give me your damage again.
Mm.
This time you run it through. As it tries to get back up, you're right there upon it. You ride your horse over, and you run it through. And you see the creature fall backwards. And as it dies, it remains in the visage of Sir Collis. Give me a fairy lore test. You're still impassioned.
Fairy lore. Nope.
Not really sure what that was, but I will tell you it's worth 30 glory.
Oh,
Hey.
nice.
Woot.
All right, and we'll go to Rain for his vignette here.
Alrighty.
Give me. I'm gonna get you to do 3 rolls. Give me a hunting roll, a battle roll, and an awareness roll.
This should be fun. Am I still impassioned from the other stuff or no?
Nope, not anymore.
Okay. Just checking.
It's also not like
Alright.
gone, so you can always re-impassion, but I
Yeah.
don't think you would know 2 yet, so this is just standard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fun. Okay,
Yeah.
so hunting, you said, which I failed, of course, because I am a terrible hunter. Battle, mediocre at best.
It's good to admit these things.
Yeah, he's very modest. He's not saying he's the best. And what was the last one you said?
Hunting, battle, and awareness.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna fail all these. Nope, I passed awareness barely. So I get to see it coming, hopefully.
Yeah, so we're gonna kind of address this like bit by bit, and then I'll explain what those rolls are. You can take awareness if you haven't yet.
Okay.
One sec. All right. Sorry, I'm just looking for something. Okay. Okay, so as you're coming up the road, you see you hear the sound of someone like crying out in pain. And as you kind of get closer, you can see that there's a lady, and it looks like a small tree is like falling upon her. She has an axe in her hand, or like just outside of her like reach, kind of thing.
Okay.
How would you like to approach this?
Very carefully.
Okay.
No, no. Realistically, yeah, no. He would be rushing forward. That's the appropriate thing to do with a lady in trouble.
Okay.
He
You
does have
ride-
to take a moment to try to see how bad the situation is. Obviously, it's bad.
Okay. Yeah. So you're approaching. Give me a first aid test.
All right.
Okay.
It
She's-
passed.
She's like, oh, thank you. Are you dismounting to kind of like help her?
Yeah.
As you get closer, you kind of start. Give me a strength test, I guess, just to see how well you're doing with this tree that's on her.
Oh, probably terribly. He's not very strong. But that works.
No, like I said, it's a quite small tree. Looks like the falling damage. But as you kind of, you don't really have to completely like strong man lift this off the ground. You just have to wedge it enough to get it to slide off of her. As you kind of go to inspect her, because you see there's a bit of blood, you notice that it looks like it was smeared on her. It looks like it was.
Well, that's a red flag.
Right. And with that, you hear the sound of rustling from the left and right side of you in the forest.
Oh, that's good.
How do you want to approach? How do you want to approach this? That's your past awareness, by the way, is recognizing the rustling. Yeah.
I gotta kind of look at my traits here real quick.
Yep.
Oh man, it's kind of an even split here on this. He's gonna ready his sword.
Okay. All right. As you ready your sword, the lady will reach for her axe, and two figures start to converge from pincer points around you, and that is where we will pick up next episode.
I'm in a ton of shit.
You bastard!
You'll be fine. Just defeat them.
Oh no, Rain!
Yeah.
Yeah, Rain, you got this. You got this.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. We will see if Rain lives or Rain
It's that
dies.
rustic spearman again. He's here.
He's
He's
been following
back
you
for
the entire
vengeance.
time.
Right, he's stalking me. Yeah.
He's a
Read a
$2
couple of
guy.
breath.
Dang.
Yeah.
All right. Let's. We're gonna wrap it up there. And we probably have a few people in the stream, but I don't feel like raiding tonight. We're gonna leave it as is.
Cool.
Hope everyone enjoyed it. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I hope you guys had fun.
Oh,
Thanks for
man.
tolerating the vignettes. I know it's a rather big game sometimes with all six of you. So
That's so good.
yeah.
Cool.
All right.
Everyone.
We'll see you next time. Take care.
Yep.